guys, how we doing? Yes, I am playing the blues for you tonight. Please enjoy. Little sarcasm there, please. But it is Monday. Uh, it is August 15th, and welcome aboard. Quick video for you from me, from Cities and Suburbs. Kenny B here. And, just want to quickly check in. How are your tomatoes doing? How are your crops doing? Mine are poor. I only have one tomato plant and two pepper plants, which had a terrible yield this year. In reading from where I am in Charlton, greetings tonight from Charlton, Massachusetts. You have to have the right combination of, even though tomatoes love the sun, and you can get too much heat and too much humidity and above 70 degrees at night, which we've had that. We've had the 90-degree days, we've had the 70 degrees, and you're never really comfortable. And that really affected the fruit that a plant could produce, whatever it may be, particularly this year it's vegetables. And the pollen, which, male to female, isn't traveling as good because of the humidity, and it all sticks together. So if you're getting crappy tomato plants, you can look this up online. I have a tomato plant, man. I usually get pretty good. And again, I have a deck. It's not a big deck, and so I only grow a few plants a year. But I read in Charlton Villager, thank you, that the pollination and too much heat, too much humidity, and particularly the temperatures at night, everything affects the fruit. And so I'm done. Early on, I got a good yield from my peppers, and then they stopped. They stopped maybe 6 weeks ago. So I am not watering them anymore because they are not yielding. I got some tomatoes that maybe I'll can them and pickle them. But yeah, so that's what's going on. Channel 5 was out here a few weeks ago in Auburn, maybe last week, I think, at a Christmas tree farm. And Christmas trees take about 8 years to grow, the ones you buy. The ones one would buy, I'm not saying you would buy one. I have a fake one. The needles are just like you throw it away 2 weeks after Christmas. And those are the younger trees. They don't have the root system to be able to sustain. So yeah, the drought is just hasn't done well for farmers, and even the birds and the rodents are coming in and eating more of whatever they can find, because things aren't growing in their natural habitat. We haven't had any rain. So I just a quick comment on there was a accident on a 290 the other evening, and pedestrian killed. Now, on a hit and run on I-290. Now, first of all, as much as this poor guy, got hit on, let's check this out, over the weekend, August 14th, so probably Saturday night, walking along 290. This is from Mass Live, not so clear on where it was, but 27-year-old Worcester man was killed in a hit and run. You're not a pedestrian, dude, if you're on a highway, first of all. I'm not trampling on anybody's, grave here, but you don't walk on a highway. I mean, when I was a kid, it used to say no hitchhikers, no pedestrians, no horses, no, it's not, so you're not a pedestrian. And they say this dude was hit by maybe an 18-wheeler multiple times and pronounced dead when they found him. So who knows? It looks like it happened at 11:30 at night, 27 years old. Who knows what the issues or circumstances led to him being on the highway on 290. But people aren't looking. Drivers aren't looking for people on 290. I mean, you see bizarre things, and you drive through from north to south of Worcester on 395. You get in those rural areas, you look for animals or deer running out. But when you get into 290 with the Jersey barriers and man, I don't know what happened, but of course he was pronounced dead. He was hit multiple times, and you may not even have known it if you're a big rig. So, yeah, I just want to close out with the Denholm Building. Finally, on August 8th, being sold to the Worcester Redevelopment Authority for $3 million. It's gone. Blaze it right over. Now, realize that the Denholm Building, the Denholm McKay, the Boston store, was huge from the 1900s into the 1960s, even into the 70s for a stretch, downtown Worcester, when, we had a main street. And I'll tell you what, and thanks to the city of Worcester for friggin' killing Main Street, because it's still trying to kind of come back from that urban renewal bandwagon that every stupid city jumped on. Well, stupid Worcester jumped on. And high rises, concrete, demolition of neighborhoods. So now the Denholm Building's going to go till we'll put up residential building there. Oh yes, density, and then maybe a retail store will come in. Well, the irony is here, we're destroying a retail store to hopefully promote, retail to come back into Worcester. So yeah, and Worcester does not want to be a landlord. They've got third-party realtors, and the tenants in the Denholm Building have until February of 23 at the stretch to move out. It was a condo-style thing, so there was just not enough money that the tenants could, muster up to save this old building, and it's not attractive anymore, to be honest with you. It's a dirty old building, and it used to be beautiful when it had the Denholm, and at Christmas time, and everybody was on the third floor, wherever he was. I was there to see Santa. Those days are gone, but I want better days ahead, for Worcester. I work for an agency that actually invites people to come for training in my agency. We take them for a tour. Yours truly takes them for a tour of Worcester. I always promote that Denholm Building as a landmark, but several of the folks that we are training for the next 2 weeks come from Norway, and they went walking through downtown Worcester yesterday, so we didn't see anybody. I kind of made some excuses that it's Sunday and summer, and I get that, but I'm thinking, well, probably even Boston was a little quiet yesterday because of the heat, but we need to change that perception, and you just can't keep knocking things over and building things up to attract people. It has to be an organic thing. Took them through Polar Park on my tour of Worcester, through the whole Green Island and the whole district in the Blackstone Valley, the Blackstone Canal, the Blackstone Valley Heritage, and how Worcester actually made its mark. And but that being said, I do have to say I'm a little skeptical about skeptical. I'm sorry, I'm a spectacle. Skeptical of where Main Street is going. Okay, again, it's just as far as retail goes. Well, we're waiting for people to move in before we build retail. Well, I don't know. When the highway system was built, right, weren't there stores just like, I guess, maybe you follow the people. People aren't going to move downtown, then you're not going to have a boutique or, a place to shop. But Denholm, yeah, the irony is a place to shop being destroyed, being replaced by probably an apartment building with a mix of retail on the ground. in the hopes of bringing retail back. Anyway, we'll see how that goes, guys. Tune in, real quick cast, and don't forget we have coming up the Senator's race between Joe Petty and Robin Kelly. Please follow that. I'll be talking about that a little bit more this week. Thanks for tuning in, and well, don't get too blue. Kenny B signing off. Take care.